from MLB The Show 16. Last video we had 2 complete games pitched by our pitcher, our knuckleball sensation, the bearded breaking ball. We're 10-1 on the season, 1.93 ERA, 79 strikeouts. So what I want to discuss this video as we're loading in here is the franchise, the fantasy draft franchise that I was talking about starting last video. As of right now, you guys can expect a live stream for my fantasy draft, for my video, or for that series to go up Tuesday night. Monday, I've been asked to go help with world building with a friend of mine's campaign, and so Tuesday would probably be the likely start time for the fantasy draft. Let's get 2 more games out of the way here.
It's the show
in the minors. Now, I don't know how many games it's going to take for but we should be expecting a AAA call-up here at some point.
Now he bounces a knuckleball.
That's a strike, and I didn't get the strike call. So we had 2 complete games left. I had been considering an awful lot about not having him play for Boston. And again, not because I have to pick between the Red Sox and the Yankees. It's the Red Sox every time, but because I want to have some hitting experience too with this guy. And I'm not entirely sure that I will be when I'll be making my second go to the show character. So don't be surprised if one of these videos are titled trade or something like that, because I will trying to move my guy to an NL team. I have some interesting news in the form of what could be going on for me following a team. We did some research yesterday after the videos were made, and I picked up my son, and we were sitting around the house, me and my father-in-law, and the Arizona Diamondbacks are the closest pro team to our home. So if I was going to go to a game, the easiest game to get to would be to go to Arizona, to go to Phoenix specifically. Colorado would be the second closest, and then to go to the Arlington to go to the Rangers would be the third. So I looked up some ticket prices, and I looked up some ticket prices in July, my birthday. Considering, maybe it'd be a birthday idea for me to get a couple of games and just go down and maybe stay with some family, or go with the entire family here, and we all just go. But so that's on the table. Arizona going to a couple of Diamondback games in July. The 4th of July games are right now already comparable prices to what they are during this week. This week being May, in May. So it would be a harder game to get to, but I was interested in going to a 4th of July game. My wife kind of nixed that idea because she wants me around, and I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be able to convince her to go to some baseball games. But with that said, that's another point or percentage towards Arizona being the team I root for, because I'll be able to definitely get to the games, and it's about a 6-hour drive to get there, but it'll be worth it if I get to go watch some decent ball play. I did get to see Greinke on the mound last night against the Yankees, and it was cool. So, yeah, right now it sounds like Arizona's leading the way towards being the team, which wouldn't shock me entirely, because I'm a Arizona State Sun Devils fan when it comes to like college football and stuff. So, yeah, I'm not entirely shocked. Plus, I love Arizona.
First pitch back in here, and that's the
I wasn't entirely sure when my wife and I agreed that we were eventually going to live in the Southwest where we would be, but Arizona and obviously New Mexico were on the list because her family had a house in New Mexico, and I have been to Arizona a couple different times. I love it down there. So, but yeah, so that's for right now. That's the team watch and the streaming information. Now, as far as the pitchers, Chris Cooper's going in this game, had a couple strikeouts already, kind of cruising. Been hitting my mark pretty well on the knuckleball, and I do still feel pretty confident about moving the knuckleball off center and throwing that pitch and making them look at it.
So nothing happening this time around.
Just kind of waiting for the call up. That's where we're at now. Even just a AAA would be great at this point, just to know that they're paying attention to the minor league game. And I've thrown, I think this is the 12th or 13th game that I've participated in. So going 10-1 after this game, if we win this one, it'll be 11-1 in 13 games. That's really good. My ERA is very, very good. 1 point something, 1.93, but 1 point anything is really good. Now, I don't know if that means I'm going to get mashed up in the in AAA. I didn't get over there fast enough. That's always going to be a problem, is getting the fielding down. That's okay though, because now we're gonna work really hard to get this double play and get out of this inning with no damage. Now, I don't want to throw that knuckle curve up for a double play, but that is his blue spot, and I really would prefer to throw to the blue spots instead of throwing the double play ball. I'll go get a strikeout, and then hopefully come up against a guy who's got a little bit more. Yeah, see, there's a down and away blue right there, and that's good. That could induce the double play ball. Love it. I call them my shots now. That's how good I'm getting at the early parts of this. For anyone who doesn't remember, I did move the difficulty back to the beginner, so yes, I understand that under dynamic I probably wouldn't be doing as well as I currently am, but with that said, I am going to put it back in dynamic once I go to the pros. I want to have a little bit of success while I'm in the minors. I want to get the confidence built when it comes to throwing my pitches and learning the game. So bear with me during the minors if you think that I'm blowing up the numbers and it's all about cheating at this point. It's not cheating. I'm learning the game still, and like I said, when I get to the pros, I'll put it on dynamic, so as I grow, it'll grow. I'm also I just cracked into the 60s last episode, so it's not, I'm not like killing it statistically. It's just that the game isn't as hard. If I was facing better talent with dynamic right now, I'd be getting smothered because I'm having success still.
Nothing across here this half of the inning.
Well, we're flying through 4 innings there. Yeah, through 4, 0-0. Still, you know, I'm having kind of cruise control. That's kind of how my guy pitches. I don't have to throw. Being that I'm throwing a lot of strikes, I don't have to worry about my pitch count. It's only when I'm struggling to hit the strike zone that the pitch count becomes an issue.
Hit down the third base line, but a
foul ball,
and the
now,
count holds it 0-2.
Not entirely certain I'm not going to use Showtime. I'm going to hold on Showtime until the last inning. Whatever the last inning I feel like is going to pitch for me. If I give up an RBI or a run before the last innings, then I assume I'm not going to make it the whole game. And if I get into the 9th without giving up a run, obviously I can pitch through it if I can get my strikes. So
pulled high in the air out to left field. All
right, straight to him. Great. Okay. So 4 2/3, no issues.
Joe McDougal in
Joe
now.
McDougal.
He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Here it comes.
Hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through.
Getting those pitches over, that's really important right now.
Here, and he hits it for strike one.
And again, I'm seeing at the end of games like the message coming up that I'm tired, but I'm not getting that high pitch count that I was at the beginning of the series, where I threw over 100 pitches in a game and didn't complete the game. I'm throwing closer to 80, 90 pitches and getting through the whole game, because I'm either striking guys out on 3 pitches or they're popping up and stuff. The foul ball fly out has been one of my most effective ways to get out. So we're through 5, no damage. My teammates got me a run, so I'm in line for a win. Definitely in line for a win here, so we'll take that. That's kind of where we want to be, obviously. But with one run, if I start giving up hits, that's where we start getting pulled, because they, the specialty pitcher, the closers, are available, and it's a safe scenario. So I either gotta hope that my teammates can get a couple more runs, or I just keep cruising to where they're like, no, we can leave you in for the game. Now, with one run, giving up a hit in the 8th or the 9th will get me pulled. I can almost guarantee that. So the 6th and the 7th, I could probably get away with giving up a hit and staying in the game. But the 8th and 9th, if I want to stay in, I have to be perfect. I'm having a decent strikeout game. I don't know necessarily how many that is, but it's better than the video where I asked you guys to guess how many I was going to have, and I had 5 and 6. I've been striking out a lot more guys recently, which is really good.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind.
Now, these are the kind of hitters that have been giving me problems, because he's got a little bit of speed.
On the ground, and up the middle, to his left,
most of the time when that ball's hit where I have to field it, he's already beaten out my range. So it's good that he hit it to shortstop there. All right, so through 6, no issues. Oh, he wanted the knuckle curve, and I'm giving him a knuckleball. Obviously, I'm on my own. E3.
Oh, and this goes right past him.
Now, and my coach is like, nope, you're done. And what did I say?
And he's looking to the bullpen.
So I got into the 7th inning. Gave up a hit. No runs. 9 Ks. No decision.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one.
So that's frustrating, because Trenton was losing when I left the game, and their pitcher got the player of the game.
Aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that's a frustrating game 1 for the video. I know you guys couldn't see the screen for the information there, but for this game, I threw 55 pitches, and that was it. So they're not playing games when it comes to pulling me. Like, they are very adamantly willing to pull me if I don't hit my marks. They give up a hit. So I gotta find a way to fix that. Hit per 9, I could probably try to get that up, because apparently that is the reason that they're pulling me. Okay, so these down things, again, I'm not worried about the velocity on my knuckleball. They can impact that all they'd like. My control, my curve, I don't throw my knuckle curve a lot to worry about it, but the cutter break, I'm not worried about either. So the negatives that they have listed for me, I'm not too worried about. We did lose, but I got a no decision. So Let's get game 2 out of the way. Oh, I got a training. Always do your trainings, guys. Always do your trainings. Trainings are not sexy for the videos. They don't make people, people are not excited to watch you throw a knuckle curve 20 times, but it's it's points that you can use to make your character better. It gives you a chance to throw the ball without facing a batter, so you get to work on your timing a little bit. Just do it. It doesn't hurt to throw the ball a little bit here and there. So get my guy warmed up. I mean, I'm hitting my marks a lot. Now they got me throwing the cutter. I haven't thrown the cutter in one of these practices, at all, I don't think. Oh, now back to the knuckle curve. Apparently, they don't think I need to work on my knuckleball. They think I need to work on my secondary and my tertiary pitches. Which is fine. That's all right. Give me some points to add to my guy. Oh, nasty. Yeah, I want to get him to the point where he is. Every game he goes out could be a complete game. And realistically, outside of giving up the hit, that should be the case for him. Knuckleball pitcher shouldn't burn himself out on stamina. He should be able to. He should be able to work 9. Giving my bullpen an opportunity to chill is a goal. It's a pitcher goal for me. They need a pitcher in the rotation that can just go and horse it for them, so their relievers can take days off. And unfortunately, we had to use a reliever on me, so I wouldn't be surprised if we lost the next game or a game before my next start, because there's a little bit more fatigue in the pitchers because they had to go that one extra day. I had thought about, when I first was desiring getting this game, thought about making my guy a closer, and just really going after that one inning. But I've again thought to myself, well, I could get a whole bunch of games in on a single video. Well, yeah, I could, but really want that starting pitcher. I want that perfect game, no hitters. Go out. It's a lot easier pitcher wise to get Cy Young as a starter than it is as a closer. I don't think. You can leave a comment in the video or send a tweet at awkwardrunner, OCKWARD runner. If has there ever been a relief pitcher that's won the Cy Young? Yeah, there had to have been. That's a silly question to ask. There has to have been a Eckersley, I think, maybe. Didn't Eric Gagne, or did he not end up getting that? I don't know. But let's get game 2 in. So there's All-Star game coming up here. We're looking at a 10-1 record still, 88 strikeouts now, and an 1.82 ERA. So ERA keeps going down, despite the fact that I didn't pitch a complete game. So the standings were in the video, the screen that you guys didn't get to see there, and we're in first. We're half a game up, so we're playoff bound at this point. That's really good. Make the playoffs. As long as I'm in AA, I guess making the playoffs and winning is, winning playoff games is a good idea, obviously. But I want to get called up before that's an option. I always feel bad for for minor league teams, because if you have a guy that's really hot in the minors and your team's doing super well and it's kind of obvious that you're sort of riding his bat at that time, he's probably going to get called up, and then your momentum is kind of could be squashed at that point. So it's interesting. Like when you have a player like in recent memory, like a Bryce Harper, or Chris Bryant, guys that aren't going to stay in the minors that long because they blow it up and then they come up to the majors early. You know, you start off really hot or something, and then you come to, they leave, and then you kind of see what your team really is. As far as a minor league team is, you're not as prepared, because you're losing a big spot, a big player in your lineup. My team already got me a 2-run lead, so I can cruise control right now and just kind of go get my stuff, go get my strike. Well, couple of foul ball, strike 2. It looks like it might be a couple ground outs the way that this batter is participating in his at bat here. But I'm okay with that. I'll take it because I just want to get to the end of the game.
It'll remain 1-2.
He's making me throw a lot of pitches, but again, that's not a big deal because not every inning will I throw a lot of pitches, and I'm not burning showtime in the beginning of this game because one batter's giving me a little bit of trouble. I'll wait until that can happen. Boom. It's a close play. Shortstop has to backhand it to make the throw, and that's okay though. Got through the inning, no damage done.
Strides into the box now to lead off.
And we're, I'm seeing guys now that are blue in the middle again, so I'm just gonna throw the knuckleball over the plate. If I hit my mark, which I've been doing a lot more of, it's a straight down the center, but it's still a knuckleball. So a little bit harder to time. And they're looking at it. Look at it. And you guys are witness to it. I just threw 3 pitches straight down the middle. This guy doesn't have a cold zone there. He's normal or base stat there. But again, if I miss my mark, it'll dance. And if I don't miss my mark, it's still a knuckleball. And you still got to have to make contact on a very, very slow pitch. So I'm going to just keep feeding that.
And here's a ball lifted high
foul ball.
Ground down the right
foul ball line. Fly out. Nailed it.
Is over and he puts it away in foul ground for the
didn't see as many in the first game of this video as the foul ball flyouts, but I'll take it. When they come, they're a gift. Ooh. So I missed pretty bad on that last one. It's okay though. Confidence is still up on being able to hit the spot on it. I could keep improving my control of my knuckleball. I will continue to improve the control of my knuckleball.
High in the air down the right field line.
2 foul ball flyouts in this inning. Bueno. And we're through 2.
In this half inning. Brandon
on cruise control.
Offensively.
When you look at what this guy has done so far this season,
I know I can't go a complete game every time. I do have the mentality as a guy who plays video games, and it is my namesake on the mound. I do want him to go the complete game every time. I want to have awesome stats. I have referred to other YouTubers who are playing the game right now, like your Bobby Cosby, your Benny Knows, Sport Gaming Universe, who are all, Bobby Cosby especially, because he's doing Babe Ruth and Bobby Crosby, and both guys have broken the home run record in year 1. So I like seeing the home runs in the game, but it would be nice to have a little bit more realistic. But with the same thing being said, I'm playing my guy wanting to try to throw a complete game every time. So I can understand the desire for greatness. And plus, with sports games, for the most part, we're going to make a new guy every year. I know that now with the show, you can port in a guy from 2015, but you know,
Swing and a ball chopped
you're going to
foul
pick up
right
new
at home
people like
plate.
myself who have never owned the show before, who are going to have to make a new character. And then you're also going to have people that are just going to want
Stays
to make a new
alive here
character
as this is
anyways, because they're
foul
going to want
off
to
to
see
the
the
right.
new graphics and stuff. And plus, if you port in a character, which I'm seeing in Bobby's videos,
Out in front of that one,
when you port in, you're keeping your rosters. So any of the moves that were made during free agency that would make you excited about maybe playing for a team, like Arizona Diamondbacks are a prime example of that for 2016, because now they have Zach Greinke. That may sway people to want to go play for them. But like Bobby Crosby series, Dodger Films Bobby Crosby series, he's already, you know, he ported in his 15th season, so Greinke is not with Arizona.
Very weakly on the ground.
So
that one rolls
yeah.
foul.
Now this guy's giving me a little bit of trouble with his continuous need to try to hit my
This
ball.
is hit high and deep out to left. Cottrell racing back.
Okay, it's caught. I was gonna say I don't want to jinx it because you know, it's bad mojo to talk about it, but when we go in between innings, look at the line for me right now. I'm doing pretty good, to say the least.
Under it is Craig, and that's out.
But yeah, so it's nice to, you know, see the rosters the way that they should look and make a guy every year. So
still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
with the point of that whole thing being that breaking the records in 1 year are probably likely because you're going to play that one season. Now, I want to really badly want to keep this guy going for a while past year one. I want to get to the pros and kind of sit myself in, because there's a bunch of records, like career records, and that's the records that I care about, that I want to get. Wins, strikeouts, even though I'm a knuckleball pitcher who doesn't get a lot. I want to play, I mean, I'm probably not going to make it 20 seasons, but a scenario where, you know, I get strikeouts and wins and, you know, couple World Series titles, MVPs, Cy Youngs. Those are things I want to get. And yeah, I can do that by blowing up the stats, but I'm going to get hit in the pros, guys. I'm going to get hit hard in the pros. That's nearly a guarantee. There's very little chance that I'm going to go to the pros and dominate like this, especially since I'm going to switch the difficulty when I get up there.
Now it's 0-2.
But
you get the sense that what they need
so yeah, we're just cruising along. Again, look at my stat line. If you're not entirely sure that I'm cruising along.
And he struck him out.
2-0 lead. We got those 2 runs early in the game, and I've just kind of let them stay there. What would be interesting for my team is if we got R.A. Dickey, if Arizona went after R.A. Dickey, or Boston went after R.A. Dickey.
He's done a lot of work on the
given that we already have a knuckleballer. I have been watching a couple of fantasy drafts on YouTube, and I do have to say that I'm shocked on the build idea for people on YouTube. Going like, you have to go get a good pitcher early. No, you don't. Like, yeah, if you're going to simulate games, a good pitcher is going to get you through the simulated games, but I'm not going to play every game in my my fantasy draft career either. But I did think about this. I'm thinking about maybe creating a guy, maybe a Chris Cooper, maybe not a pitcher, maybe a fielder or something like that, and put him in the draft and having a chance to draft him. The reason why I thought about it was because last video I played against Michael King. And there's a YouTuber who he's also a Twitch user, and I'm sorry I forgot your channel again, but he is the Michael King character.
Out in front,
he got
this
it
is
put into the
skied in
game
air to
and
straightaway
stuff,
left.
and
Is
you know,
over toward the line of
he
bit as he takes it for the first
he's
out.
always going to be in the game because he's been creative. So I'm thinking maybe making a Chris Cooper character and putting him in, and then being able to fantasy draft him. And the idea being that, you know, he won't be perfect, and maybe that's what I'll do. If I can get my guy, this current guy that I'm playing with right now, on the pro roster before Tuesday, I'll use the exact stats he has to make a guy as a pitcher to go into that fantasy draft. Now that means that if he's like a 60-something overall, I'm going to get a late round pick that's that I'm comfortable using and I'm going to be really good with. But still, I could make a hitter. But with playing the whole game when I do the fantasy draft, I'm going to be hitting anyways. But I saw a lot of weird things when it comes to these people's drafts. Like, they're drafting young. They're passing up on, like, David Ortiz's and Carlos Beltran's to draft a young team. But it sounds like these guys do this every year. So watch this video, leave a comment in the video, or tweet at me at AwkwardRunner, OCKWRD Runner, and was talking about having good trade value. And he did trade all of his prospects. And could have still got Carlos Beltran, which is a good bat, decent fielder, on his roster. I don't know. I don't think I could have passed up on it. And he did, so that was strange. I watched him skip right over David Ortiz a couple different times, and Ortiz is known as being one of the best bats ever. He's going to set a precedent for, you know, Hall of Fame DH. I mean, Edgar Martinez has that, you know, distinguishing of that honor of being one of the first, like, prestigious DHs, but Ortiz kind of reinvented how it's looked at. So, yeah. So I would, if I given an opportunity, if it made sense for that pick to, you know, I'm not going down the line to get David Ortiz. I'm not going to spend a first overall pick on David Ortiz. But if he's there early in the draft, why wouldn't I? You know, or not early in the draft, but if he's there later in the draft, just because he's older, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the age. That's why you have minor league systems. This is because you're expecting it at some point you're going to have to fill in your roster with these minor league guys. So anyone who's watching this video, you now know part of my strategy when it comes to the draft when it comes up. I will not have a problem drafting David Ortiz or Carlos Beltran or an older pitcher or anything like that. And I'm also considering putting my guy into that roster. I think that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun for me because every 5th day I'll get to go out and throw with my guy. And the way that I would do the season is I would pitch. I'd play the first 5 games, so I get to pitch with every pitcher, and then I would only pitch. So the next set of rotation, I'd pitch the first pitcher, simulate through his next start, then pick the second pitcher in his 3rd start, and then the 3rd pitcher in his 4th start, and et cetera, and just do it that way so that I could get through the season but also get some content up. And I'd probably 2 games, maybe only 1 game a video for that once I get the draft done, guys, because just pitching 2 games is taking about a half hour or 35 minutes, and realistically that's right about where I want to be if I'm going to make videos in this quantity. So expect maybe 1 game a video, unless things go sideways on them. Maybe I'll go 2 or something. Who knows? But again, I have a rotation in my head of how I'm going to pitch for those games, so that I'm not going to play every game, honestly, but I will play the first 5. And then obviously any playoff game, I'll pitch in. I'm not gonna forfeit a chance to win the World Series because of a rotation. Once I get to the playoffs, I will. I will pitch every game. All right, now guys, I have not talked about it.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least
I'm about to talk about it after he catches this. All right, I've went 8 and a third, no hits. I have a chance at a perfect game if I can get the next 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score
So,
right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time.
Guys, I'm dancing in my head right now. All right, 2 outs. 2 outs, 1 away from. Whew. Okay. I got to hit my mark. Got to hit my mark. Hit the first. I can't get there. First baseman gets there. I did it. Are you kidding me, guys? Last video I threw 2 complete games. This video, the very next video, the perfect game. It's a minor league perfect game. But I did it. The perfect game.
We were fortunate enough to see it here,
the perfect game. Guys, thank you so much. Look at that stat line. 9 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, no errors, no walks, 8 Ks, 11-1 on the season. The knuckleballer, the bearded breaker baller, the hefty lefty. Look at him. You don't have to look too far to find our top player of the game. That's exciting. You throw a perfect the perfect game. Be a pretty strong candidate. A perfect game.
All I'll say he's a pretty good candidate. All you have to do is look at the line score. No
Boston.
Hits, no walks, not even a
Are you guys paying attention?
You know, these come along in baseball maybe once a decade. So
just through the perfect game.
Gets, folks.
And your AA affiliate. Let's see if they get me up to AAA now. Man, if there was a reason to move a guy to AAA, new item acquired. Irving Santana Silver. Oh, for Diamond Dynasty. Okay, cool. All right, 812 points to spend on my guy. I'm gonna go see if there's any equipment. Did I get any equipment for doing that? Wow, I'm so excited. That was really awesome. Yeah, it's a minor league game, but guys, it's hit per 9. I'm gonna keep putting that up. Apparently, I am all about trying to get another one of those. That was awesome. That made me feel really good about everything. That's wow. That's a really good way to end a video too. It doesn't look like they're moving me at this point. So yeah, I guess I'll end the video here, and you guys might see me back pitching again later today, though, as I'm clearly interested in seeing what happens. But check the calendar. We're about 9 days off from the All-Star game. We're in July. I won't be pitching on my birthday, which is July 6th. That's sad. But look at that stat line. 11-1, 117 innings pitched, almost 118 innings pitched, 96 strikeouts, 1.68 ERA. I'm killing it. Killing it. We'll go to the league. Stats. The hitting stats for our team. Our first baseman, Alan Craig. I need to know more about this guy, Alan Craig's. Can I click on him? Oh, there we go. That's how I get to go look at the pros. Okay. All right. So let's see how. Let's go see how Boston's doing in the season here. We're gonna go. Where is... I'm sorry, guys. I'm still learning a lot about the... Well, let's go look at the lineup. Pablo Sandoval's in here. This is a good lineup. This is a good lineup. I don't know Castilla is, but that's all right. That's a good lineup. I like that lineup. Pitching rotation: David Price, Buckholz, sorry, Rodriguez. Yeah, they need some back end. Rick Pulsero, I thought you were better than that, man. You can't be the 5th starter. I'm wondering if I come up, if one of these guys is going to get traded. Let's look. 7-6 on the season, 6-8 on the season, 5-8 on the season, 4-9 on the season, 6-4. So he's playing pretty well. That leads me to believe that they're not doing that well as a team, though. Where? Standings, obviously. Wow, last. That's not good. 9.5 games back. That's not good. Halfway through the season, basically. Go look at the league leaders, see what we're doing here. Batting average, Corey Dickerson. This is me scouting my fantasy draft too, by the way. See who's doing well. Batista. Did anyone see the Batista getting punched thing? That was crazy. He did do an illegal slide though. He slid through the base and wasn't in contact with it the whole time. So I could see why the second baseman was mad. I like Prince Fielder. That's cool. Batting averages are pretty good. A lot of guys up here that I would love to have on a roster. So that's cool. I can do that. Wow. Jed Lowry is an 80 overall. So he'll be easy to get. Prince Fielder's easy to get. Dickerson will probably be easier to get. That's cool. All right, so how about hits? Who's hitting the ball? All right, Bogarts and Betts, 2 Red Sox, are hitting the ball. Both 84s overall. Betts has got 14 stolen bases, and Bogarts only got 1, but that's okay. Odar's the dude that hit Batista. He's 3rd in the league in hits. I don't know. This is cool. I'm liking this. Donaldson's the cover guy, which means you want to pay attention to him when it comes to draft time. At bats, we're not worried about. Doubles, I'm not too worried about. Triples, not too worried about. The home run ball, let's look at that. Poppy's up there. That's cool. But there's two Blue Jays up here. Wow. Cool. RBIs. Evan Garris. This guy, I like him because he doesn't wear any batting gloves or anything to hit. 80 overall. He's got a beard too. The beard's he sells on the beard. That's good. Poppy's up there too. Stolen bases. Wow. I was excited about 14 for Betts, and Jared Dyson here has got a 27. Wow. I like faster guys too in my lineup, so this might be the category I pay attention to when it comes to drafting. Is look at my career and see who's got the steals, because they may be the guys I want on the roster. Based on balls, I don't care about. How about wins? So I have as many wins as the best guys in pros right now at 11. And who is this guy? Lance McCullers. I don't know, but you're 85 overall. Player card. How old are you? 22? Oh, goodness. Everyone go get him in your fantasy drafts. 81 overall. These are not guys that are killing it overalls that are leading the league here in wins. Wow. Chris Archer's the first star that's on the list. He's only got 8 or 9 wins. Let's go. I'm just gonna go check to see okay, there's Dallas. He's only got 8 wins. David Price has got 7. Where's Kershaw? King Felix has only got 6. Wow, the guys that are leading the charge here. Astros, Angels, Rangers, 2 Yankees. Wow, that's intense. Okay, cool. Losses. I think I want to see the other end of the loss category here. Wow, 7 losses. So it looks like Kershaw's in a lot of no decisions at this point. Saves. Cody Allen leading the league. Cool. All right. ERA. I have a better ERA than all of them. I give some home runs early on in my career. So, and strikeouts. I've almost caught up to the top strikeout guy too. Granted, I have like 98, but I'm gonna catch him. So, anyways, that's what's going on in the league, guys. Get it back to my league. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the video for here, and then I'll come back later, and I'll pitch another 2 games, or maybe we'll do something else. I don't know. But until then, have a good day, guys.